What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, providing me that love and support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your people. If you're new to the channel, name is Uncle Knaxkz. Already done hit Unc status. It's been a good minute now, though. I ain't gonna front. I'm in my mid-30s now, so y'all already know we been Unc status. I've been Unc status since in my early 20s, mid-20s. I already got nieces and nephews and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you're new to the channel, of course, all I really do is just like kind of react to certain videos, videos that kind of caught my attention. I felt like I need to make sure that I share with the, share with the class, personal development, tips, dropping some games, some gems, and overall just trying to see if we're able to figure out ways that we can develop ourselves, spiritually, emotionally, physically, things of that nature, and just becoming the best versions of ourselves. But today I want to go ahead and analyze this video. Dude is really dope. I've been following him for a good minute now. He kind of just gives you the raw, unfiltered truth. Name is Papa Duck. I'll go ahead and drop his handle under this video so that everybody can subscribe to his channel. But yeah, for the most part, he's just dropping game and letting y'all know. He's just keeping it real. At the end of the day, we need more people like that are brave enough and courageous enough to be able to just spit out the things that we thinking about, like things that we just too afraid to say. But this channel, we going over everything these days, so let's go ahead and dive into this topic, especially with the whole Carmelo Anthony verdict coming out and whatnot. So let's go ahead and start the video.
Well, in the Carmelo Anthony's case, the verdict is in, and it reads manslaughter.
The verdict is in. They saying guilty of manslaughter. Guilty of manslaughter. They saying guilty of manslaughter.
Young boy got taken to
Y'all are trash. Y'all are trash. Y'all are trash.
Get her.
You know what they're doing is wrong. You know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. You know that shit wrong. You know that's wrong. You know that's wrong.
Remember, this is America, okay? You must understand, man, this is what they do. They're gonna show us examples of white supremacy every fucking chance they get. Remember, their slogan is never let a good crisis go to waste, okay? Out of sight, out of mind. So they're gonna keep this shit in your mind so it stays in your sight. This is why shit like this is gonna continuously happen. Continuously happen. You're gonna continuously see black people get their ass handed to them in these court systems. You're gonna continue to see how police treat black people. This keeps it on your mind, which keeps it.
At the end of the day, it's really just conditioning. They're programming us to be okay with shit like this. That's why, this goes back to like slavery days though, to be honest with you. For the most part, whenever there was a man, an alpha male, the alpha pack guy who just wanted to figure out ways to resist or rebel, they would usually use that guy as an example, or anyone who just had the idea or thought of even thinking about, rebelling and just, freeing enslaved individuals. They would make an example out of them, whether it was breaking their butts or making them or raping them. They would rape men, grape men. They would, torture them, burn them alive, do all these different things, skin them. It's wild, yo. But this is just a modern day version of making an example out of someone. It's unfortunate that they're using children now. They've been using children. They would separate families and stuff like that, but this is just a modern day way of of making an example out of someone by plastering it out into the news outlets so that the black community can understand where to know your place, pretty much. Like, they're pretty much telling us to know our place. It's all about power. It's all about control, and it's all about just making sure that we stay in line and never rebel. That's why they use children or teenagers in this example as an example for the most part, so that if we ever think about like trying to rebel or try to retaliate in any type of way, then they're just going to make sure they're going to use another person as an example. So it's all conditioning, man. It's all conditioning.
In your sight. It trains us to adopt this type of trauma. Okay, we know what's gonna happen before it happened. Another black person got shitted on or treated treated wrong by the police or any type of authority or whatever the case. Another black person went to court and they didn't do shit. But we've seen similar cases with different outcomes. We've seen a Chinese man shoot a young man running away, and that man lost his life over a bottle of motherfucking water. It showed black people y'all got no power in our system.
Fucking crazy.
It showed Chinese people, man, y'all can shoot a motherfucking nigga. We on y'all side. And they all sit back and play us all against each other. Cause this is what they do. We talking about
this. Get convicted for murder for killing that
the
boy.
master, okay? The motherfucking puppeteer pulling all the strings, okay? And y'all must understand, we've been assimilated. How many times can I tell y'all that? If we was fucking free, right? We would have our own presidency, our own money. We would have our own rules of how we handle our people and punish our people. We don't have that. So we're not free, nigga. They say you ain't got to do slave work no more, but you can't have your own laws. That's us. You can't have your own court systems. That's us. So we've been assimilated. Until we get from up under all that bullshit, bro, as men and women, we're gonna continue to go through shit like this.
Yeah, he ain't lying about that for the most part. That's why they're so. Well, a lot of this is not going to be taught in your history books or even in schools. But we had a lot of thriving black communities back in the day. There was, Black Wall Street, of course, that was located in Tulsa, Oklahoma, District of Greenwood. Literally one of the greatest communities built that made so many different millionaires. There was the black community in Colfax, Louisiana. There was also the one in Oscarville, Georgia, Forsyth County. There's been multiple black communities that were actually thriving. Even when we had we were way behind, everybody else had a way big of a head start against us. We were thriving, we were making it, we were doing our thing, we were building inventions, we were so innovative, it's wild. We had a whole bunch of different pioneers, revolutionaries, and yet they had to find some type of way to make sure that they stopped it. They restricted us. They killed. They destroyed these communities. They would build highways on them. They would build airports. They would build dams. They would destroy these communities in some form or fashion. The idea really is to make sure that we don't become economically independent and don't have our own economic power. That's why they don't teach people like Marcus Garvey in history books, because Marcus Garvey was a revolutionary, a great black pioneer. I think he was the one who started the United Negro Improvement Association. If I'm not mistaken, I might have said that wrong, but he was the one that was pushing for trade between the African diaspora, between Africa and America. Well, Africa and the black people of America, as well as in the Caribbeans. He was pushing for economic power and economic independence. These people, these people were their worst enemies, because they were going against the grain. They are terrified of black unity and they are terrified of black economic independence. So that's why they always had to find a way to make sure that they destroyed these communities and made sure that we didn't try to build it again. And sometimes they try to bury this history as well too, which is crazy. So it's all an agenda, and this is just a modern version of them showing their power, demonstrating their resolve, demonstrating their control by plastering on the media outlets of wrongfully. Carmelo Anthony didn't deserve 35 years. He defended himself, man. It was off of self-defense. But because he's a black teenager, they wanted to make sure they made an example out of him. And then I believe a week prior, Cyrus Carmack Belton, who was shot in the back by a Chinese man who owned a Shell gas station. I believe it was in South Carolina. I can't remember. South Carolina or Texas. I couldn't remember. And then the Chinese guy didn't even get convicted. Come on, man. It's they do this. It's all strategic. It's all tactics. They make sure that that we see this in the media outlets so that it keeps us in place. It keeps us in line. So it's messed up. It's very, very messed up. It's demonic as fuck too.
Nothing's going to stop. Remember, the forefathers wrote the Constitution to the point where, bitch, you could be dead and make more money than people alive. That's delusional as fuck to me.
That is delusional. That is fucking
Very
crazy.
delusional. And I know I'm a little off topic about this Carmelo Anthony case, but I'm just showing you the whole picture, bro. All around, bro. We are living in a world that are governed by demonic people that is going to continue to keep their foot on our neck until we get our ass up and say, fuck them.
Until we become like
Come from up under that shit. Dr. Umar, y'all might not like it, but the fact that he even spoke about a school, all right? And I'm not saying, you know, shit right or wrong, but just the fact that conversation was running through the black community, we need that. That's how bad and far behind we are. Look at these rich ass niggas going out buying Birkins and shit, Rolls Royces and just dumb shit.
Yeah, we're being
we need
depicted
schools
in the wrong way.
Okay,
on the
we
media.
need our own everything. Until that happens, bro, you can forget about it. Cause somehow we've been brainwashed so much that we feel as though we have to go to their courts. We have to abide by the rule. Nigga, God ain't came down here and placed these rules on us. They use religion against us and tell us if God said God made government, and if you disobey government, that means you disobeying God. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Y'all need to get off that.
They
Ain't
actually,
no white man pouring no clouds coming down
They
here.
actually misconstrued the Bible and changed the words to make it seem like that the only way for us to be able to be granted access to heaven was that we had to make sure we obeyed our enslavers. Like, we had to obey our overseers. Yeah, that's how deep it goes, man. Like, they indoctrinate all of us into their own religion, and then they make it seem that that the only way for us to be able to have a blissful afterlife was to make sure that we abided by the enslavers while we are on earth today. Like, that's, yo, it's sickening, man. It's always been some weird, I don't know, prejudice dynamic against us. I don't know why it's so deeply rooted, but that's just how things are. It's better for us to make sure that we're aware of what's going on so that you don't go in blindly into different bullshit in your life.
Help your motherfucking ass. You know how silly we look taking on a religion that was given to us by the same people that's fucking over us?
Yeah.
That shit make no sense.
No sense at all.
This they court systems, bro. Fuck all the crying and the marching and the kumbaya, and bro, it's time, bro.
It's
it has to
necessary,
be
though.
a war.
He said it's
Remember,
time to go to
war brings peace.
Hey,
These
he
motherfuckers
right,
ain't
bro.
listening. You can't be rational with the unrational.
Yeah. They got
And
no.
this shit ain't gonna hit home until it's your
Let me pause
motherfucking
this real
son.
quick. They got no problem. They got no problem getting their hands dirty, bro. They got no problem getting their hands dirty. They got no problem being violent. Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire.
In the courtroom fighting for his life. And these motherfuckers bam his ass on some bullshit, all white jury type shit. Like, bro, we are the 2026 peasants. I say it all the time. Them same poor ass people you read about in your textbook when you was in school, they poor, they got no money, no resources. They just regular people.
They did
That's
it purposely,
the
though.
townspeople, poor ass people, they call them peasants. Nigga, we them. We are the 2026 motherfucking peasants. We don't have nothing. Nothing has changed.
It ain't shit.
Just cause a
changed,
motherfucker
bro.
nigga can go get a Mercedes or he can get a big house. We think this is the illusion of freedom. How the fuck is you free? You can't even go nowhere without a goddamn passport. You can't even have a baby at home if you wanted to, without going through all this and all that. Like, you gotta understand, nigga, when you sign that birth certificate, you sign your child over to the corporation. That is no longer your child. And this is how they beat our ass with paperwork. Calling you black. Black on the fucking paper. They even got alien on the fucking paper. You black, Hispanic, and all. Man, fuck all that. We not black. That's a fucking color. So that's why we can't even claim our indigenous lands, because we operating under the wrong motherfucking name, bro. Remember, this is their education. This they stupid ass system. Well, a bitch can die and make more money than you alive. Who wrote that up? A bitch, it's people dead got more than you alive.
That's wild. That
Man,
is
I'm
crazy,
telling y'all,
though.
man, gotta be a war. And it's getting worse. And I'm only using this, like I said, man, I'm going a little far away from the Carmelo Anthony case. But I'm just showing you how all this shit tie in, bro. We fucked on all levels. Crazy part is people from Latinos, whites, Cubans, Italians, every other race that think they just the shit. Bro, y'all getting fucked over too, nigga.
Yeah.
It's even stupider for you to think that because you're a different race or you not black that you just somehow gonna be saved. Man, get the fuck out of here. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And for those who understand that, kudos. We need more of y'all on the same side so we can fight. All that prissy shit thinking you this and you hot. You walking on hot coal and you thinking you all that. No. Man, they gonna snatch your motherfucking soul out your motherfucking chest too. I told y'all, if niggas wasn't here right now, who you think will be next in line? They'll be shitting on. You better think about that. Who you think will be next in line? It's just crazy, man, that we getting all these examples, man, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, man. We get shitted on. It's time, bro. It's time. We have to make a stance. That boycott, the Asian boycott was a beginning. Do you know how hard it is to come out of a reality that most folk can't comprehend what they're in? They put us in a suit, a reality suit that says we got to go to school, we got to get a job, we got to do, this religion, we got to eat 3 times a day. Man, you've been given a script.
Oh yeah.
And most people won't never make it out of that suit because mentalism means mine is all is mine. This is all you know, bitch. You don't know nothing. You trapped.
Yeah.
I keep telling y'all the power of being trapped. Go take a fucking child, put him around a bunch of cats his whole life, feed him cat food, talk to him like a cat. Watch how he be walking on all fours like a cat, acting like a cat, moving like a cat. You're a victim of you're a product of your environment. This is the programmable piece of machinery right here. And when you born, it's a blank sheet of paper, and whoever you let write on that paper controls and operates you. That's your perception. Whatever that programming on that paper is, listen to violent music. Call all bitches hoes. White people act like this, black people act like this. Eat 3 times a day. Whoever's encoding this shit and programming you, that's all you know, nigga. You locked in box. It's a wrap. You gotta understand how powerful that is. That's some powerful shit if you think about it. And a lot of people, they just locked in that box, bro. You ain't getting out of that box. You don't even know nothing that exists outside that box. Nigga, you locked in box. Remember, you celebrate their religion. They gave you your religion. You spend their money. You abide by what they say do. And you don't know most people don't know the difference between the law of the land and the law of the sea. You know what I'm saying? Maritime law. You don't know the courts. You don't know legalese. You don't know words or spells. It's so much shit you don't know. So
much,
us as people, not just black people, but people in general, you got to understand, man, you playing a game that you've been led wrong. That's why people call us dumb and we stupid. Nah, nigga, we just programmed. But it's time we come from up under that shit.
Yep. Program.
Fuck it. Simple as that.
I mean, yeah, man. He's not, like I said, he's keeping it real, bro. If you've been taught one way for so long, especially if it's something that's been going on prior to your parents, grandparents, great-grandparents that were, that had to abide by these same rules, programming, conditioning, obviously they're going to pass on that same programming and conditioning to you as well too. I mean, it's it's common sense, right? If it's hard to really break out of something when it's been taught to you for generations, literally. So, things like this, it's the Matrix. It's the Matrix. They designed it this way so that no matter what you did, you couldn't break out. It's a mental cage. It may feel like we free out here, but in reality, we actually just shackled up here. And that's the best way to get somebody. If you can get them here, then, You know, you got them thinking that they can't make decisions for themselves. Yeah, so it's all conditioning, it's all programming. It's exactly what I was saying. Like, you know, it's really hard to get out of something when you've been taught the same way for so long.
So you're going to continue to see these examples until we break free from this European way of living. You're going to continue to see black folks gathering, hooping, marching, and no disrespect, it's just tired of that shit. I'm for my people, with my people. I'm just with who's right, you know, but I'm tired of this shit, man. Fuck these flaw-ass court systems,
Yeah, I'd be
man.
tired of that shit too.
Them bitches gotta drag us in
hear 'em,
court
man. Yeah, that shit get annoying.
and pin the whole world against us and throw us in jail and on to the next. Man, fuck them jails, fuck them courts, fuck the paperwork, fuck all that shit. It's a free world, man. It's just time for a war. As simple as that. Ain't that many of them motherfuckers. They just got us all here with this ancient technology, okay? With this ancient technology, this pyramid technology, okay? This is how they can, the small group can control the larger group because they know something you don't know. You feel me? They taught us to have a job. So all law enforcement, which is the first pillar of protection to the motherfucking enemy, they're gonna go out there and do their job, even though they know that shit wrong. You can get somebody who's rebellious, who's speaking facts, and them motherfuckers will still go out there and detain you on under the name of this is my job. I gotta withhold this flaw-ass oath, knowing in your heart as a man or a woman, nigga, you dead ass wrong, dead ass wrong. But you still go out there and arrest this person because the government said this is your job. This is what you're supposed to do.
Oh man,
That's white magic, okay? That's the difference between white magic and black magic. White magic, you'll get up every day, go to work without a bitch putting a gun to your head, and you will do things for your boss you wouldn't even do for your own motherfucking spouse. That's white magic. You ask how? How the fuck they get us to pay? How the fuck they get us to work 30 days for a couple hours just to give it back to them every 30 days, which makes us slaves?
Don't get me started on taxes.
I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let y'all go. The best slave is a slave that don't know he or she is a slave. Because you're not gonna run, you're not gonna rebel, you're going to participate in your own motherfucking slavery and not even know it. It's your boy Papa Duck. Put how you feel on the bottom of this video. You feel what I'm saying? I love y'all. I come in peace, man. Okay?
Well,
I come
go
in
ahead
peace.
and end it there.
Now all I'm saying,
I mean, we pretty much at the end of the video, but hey, were any lies told? Ain't no lies was told in this video. Like, he just kept it straight up. A lot of people typically be in denial, but I've been knew this shit. Like, don't get me started on taxes. Obviously, this is not the right video to be talking about like taxes and conspiracy theories and all this other stuff. I mean, conspiracy theories are a little bit more involved with this, especially since it's the Carmelo Anthony case. But yeah, I mean, it's a very unfortunate for a guy as young as him going to jail for 35 years off of self-defense. Like, these laws were never made to help protect black people in this country. They were made in order to make it seem like you're good living in this country. But if you're black in this country, some of these laws are working against you. They set it up that way so that no matter what you did, that you were always set up against. Like, you don't really have any autonomy or authority in your life. It may seem as so, but you really don't. But it's very unfortunate for him. Rest in peace, Carmelo Anthony. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Cyrus Carmack Belton. And it's unfortunate what happened with Carmelo Anthony having to serve 35 years in jail. I don't think the sentencing should have been so high, and I don't think that the other boy, Belton, should have lost his life over allegations. He didn't. They had evidence on the camera showing that he didn't even steal anything, yet he still lost his life. And the guy who shot him didn't even get convicted for murder. Like, this is the country that we live in, and the sooner you understand what's going on, the better you'll be able to maneuver. and, you know, navigate in this world so that you don't get yourself into any kind of trouble. But yeah, that's what we got today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share with your peoples. And yeah, just gotta go ahead and make sure we spread the awareness out. You feel me? So y'all be easy, okay?